Hey there, YouTubers. I got a new welder here. It's the brand new Lincoln Electric Power MIG 211i. UPS just dropped this off. I'm literally going to cut this open and open it up right here in front of you on the camera so you can see what we're getting. So let's dive right in. I should have started my video with this, but I bought this machine myself with my own money. There's no paid endorsement here. I'm just a huge fan of Lincoln Electric. I've run a lot of Miller, and I've had a lot of problems with Miller, and I've had a lot of problems with support from Miller, and I've had some problems with Lincoln too, but the support's always been there, and I've had a lot fewer problems with Lincoln. This is an American-made machine, North American to be more specific. It's made in Mexico. That's the same place ESAB's welding wires made, and it's also where Dodge was made up until Trump changed them over to the US with those enticements. So lots of good things made in Mexico. It is still a North American made product. So one of the big perks about this welder is it's only about 41 pounds. We'll throw it up on the scale here and see what it actually weighs. Comes in a box. As you can obviously see, you don't want this sitting on your porch all day for your porch bandits to steal, because it's obvious what it is. This one says it was made December 8th, 2022. Just a little over a month old. It's got a piece of cardboard on top. Then we've got our gas hose, our working lead. And it looks like the clamp is not bolted to it, because we've just got a terminal end. Magnum Pro 100L 220 240 to 110 120 adapter. This is a little scary. This is kind of just sitting over in the corner. This is your gas regulator. And on these cheaper units, these cheaper Lincoln units, like this 211, the Square Wave, the MP 210, 215, these regulators are pretty much junk. Sorry, Lincoln, but you need to supply better regulators, especially for what you're charging. I've actually unboxed 2 of these right out of the box. They were bad. We had to warranty them out. Got a wire guide, some drive rolls, and my God, those are little baby drive rolls. Those are so tiny. And some tips. You've got kind of your manual, top tray of cardboard, some nice expanding foam. You got 2 pieces on top. Got the welding machine covered in foam, and it's sitting cradled in these formed foam pieces on the bottom. So shipping wise, it's not too bad. I was really, really impressed with how my Aspect 230 came. This is not quite as heavy. I think it looks like it survived the trip, so that's what counts. But I've seen a lot of welding machines get destroyed in shipping, so they could have probably went a little bit more on the foam on the top, I would say. But it made it. That's what counts. So we'll take our foam off. It's not taped, it's just kind of loosely draped over. 41 pounds. I was actually looking at this versus the Power MIG 180 dual voltage. This machine is also dual voltage. You can plug it into 230 or 120 single phase. The Power MIG 180 was closer to 65 pounds, and I'm thinking I might be taking this guy and welding up on the top of my army truck. And with that short little 10-foot MIG gun, I'm going to have to set this up on the fender or the hood. And I don't want to be picking 65 pounds up to go on the hood. So this 41 pounds seems pretty nice. I'm going to grab a scale and we'll weigh it. But you know what? I bet there's wire inside. Ho ho! We're at 40 pounds, 12 ounces. So yeah, right at spec, 41 pounds. So add the weight of your wire. I think this is a 2-pound spool. And I got a 12.5 pounder that we're going to install in here. So once you add that, then you're going to be looking at about 53 pounds. All right, so one of our other boxes inside had the ground clamp, so I'll have to bolt that onto the cable. You've got your standard 220 plug back here. I guess I should say 230 volts. We got what they're calling a sample spool of wire. This is the size that you can find at your home improvement stores. Definitely want to stay away from that cheap Chinese wire at the home improvement stores. So this is 2 pounds. It's 030. I went ahead proactively, ordered this 12.5 pound spool of 035. It's also L56 because L56 is some pretty sweet wire. Lincoln makes the Cadillac of wire, in case you didn't know. Yeah, you get what you pay for. This is more expensive than your Chinese wire, but I have never had bad Lincoln wire, and I've had a lot of bad wire from other brands. And the industry I came from, we were using drum spools, giant 600-pound spools of wire, not, 12 or 30 pounds. So we were burning through a lot of wire, and I got to see a lot of wire get burned. So looking at the machine here, you just got some setup specs on here. You've got your shielding gas inlet on the back, power cable comes out of the back, settings on the front, your on-off switch on the front, which I really like, and you've got your cable hookups on the front. The on-off switch got moved to the back of the Aspect 230, and I've been using that for about 2 years now, and I still really dislike it. I really like having everything up front. I don't like having to dig back on the back of the welding cart and sneaking my hand between the machine and the shielding gas bottle to shut it off or turn it on. So I like how this machine's set up. I like how light it is. It's an inverter. The 180 is a transformer. The 180 is a proven model. This is brand new, but I've used a lot of Lincoln inverter machines and have had zero problems with them. So I can't wait to hook this up and try it out. So I'd like to just touch on purchase price, because I think videos are a really good timestamp to talk about pricing and the economy. And so the cost of everything's gone up a crazy amount here the last year, but welding machines, especially Lincoln, have gone up an asinine amount. So this machine, MSRP right out of the gate, is $1,300. I did hear that they raised it to $1,500 for a short period. I never saw that. I heard that, so it's hearsay. I actually got this. They had a $100 rebate right out of the gate, so it was actually $1,200. I didn't see that. Right now, right at this very moment of the posting of this video, CyberWeld has a 7% off sale, so you get this for still about $1,200. Super happy to get this for $1,200. I think that's a super fair price. You look at anything else out on the market right now, it's more than competitive for the build quality. We're not comparing this to Chinese models. We're comparing it to domestic welders. I think it's a great price point. I think $1,200 super fair. I really like that. $1,300 seems a bit high. I think $1,100, $1,200, that really kind of strikes my fancy for a MIG only machine. This doesn't have TIG or stick. I'm gonna go get this set on the cart. I got to modify my cart a little bit. I actually got some C10 gas for this, so I'll let you in on a little surprise. We're going to see if this bad boy can go into spray transfer. I got some C10 gas, some 035 wire. We're going to get this sucker dialed in, and we'll see you in our next video where I actually have this set up, and I'm going to show you some short circuit transfer. I'm going to show you my attempt at going into a spray transfer, and I'm going to show you the bead quality and the differences between this and my Power Wave, which is an industrial machine. So I hope you, if you haven't subscribed already, I hope you do that. Turn your notifications on. I'm not the kind of person to just drop a video every week just to drop a video. I drop videos that I think are going to be helpful. And so do that, and then hopefully we'll see you in the next one where we're throwing some metal down.